You found it yesterday.
How about yourself, King? Things have gone pretty well for you recently as well.
Making your US debut.
Yeah, it's going really well. I've been training really hard. I'm still only 23. I've got my first US debut, so looking really forward to it. Excited.
What a bat.
Tell us about... tell us, Kevin, about your next fight then, and your preparations towards that.
Well, I've been training really hard, as I usually do. I've always grafted really hard in the gym, always worked hard at it. It's one of them sort of sports you can't be slacking, you can't take it easy. Obviously I've had 26 now, with 26 wins. I've just won the British with a brilliant fight with 20,000 watching me at the O2.
Great fight.
And I'll get on the undercard. I have Kelly Pavlik, my first. I think the Americans like to see me live out there. I think they're going to get the best of me.
Defending your WBO international, something like that, Kev. So
yeah,
it'll be a 12-rounder.
Yeah, it's a 12-rounder, definitely a 12-rounder.
How does a promoter look at the situation with these two boxers? Very different, because you've got Alex who's a little bit older. What, 29 are you, Alex?
30 in June.
30 in June, all right, hang on, don't push it, you know, like 29 sounds better.
Only because you're 33 days before me.
Oh, blimey, here we go, we're going to have a joint party. And Kevin, you're 23, so how does a promoter look at that, and what's important for the boxer?
I think what Frank, the last thing I can do is teach Frank Warren, arguably the second most successful promoter in the world in the last 30 years. The last thing I can do is teach him how to suck eggs, teach him how to do his business. But it seems to me that if Kevin gets a good win over in America, that opens up a bit of an American market, because you need some American TV money to make fights really happen. I mean, Frank Warren could make Alex Arthur against Kevin tomorrow, put it on a Your Call and lose £1 million. He ain't in the business of losing £1 million. He's in the business of building up two fighters and putting them on and getting the biggest possible crowd, the biggest possible amount of exposure, and the biggest possible amount of money for everybody involved, including him, but including Kevin and including Alex. So I think a good win overseas for Kevin. I think Alex might slip one more in, that if we go 0-2, we don't go outside. It could be a November fight. And I'm telling you, this is a massive British fight.
All right, Alex, I tell you what, if we can keep Alex, if we have the technology to keep Alex on the phone as well. We've got phone lines everywhere, all over the place here, and we're talking about promoters. We've got one on the line now, and that is Frank Maloney. Frank, good afternoon to you.
Afternoon.
We're talking with Kevin here and his opportunity in America. It's a great opportunity and one he should grab with both hands and relish it.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin's probably one of the best young fighters in Britain, and, unfortunately, I got to see the good side of Kevin because I was in Carl Johansson's corner at the O2 that he was talking about just recently, and I've got to say that was one of the most exciting fights that I've been involved in and I've witnessed in a British ring for a hell of a long time, because in one round Kevin was dead and buried, and I don't know what they'd done in that corner, but Superman came out with the next round and my man was dead and buried.
Well, yeah, you stopped him in the 9th, Kevin. What did happen?
Well, the game plan was to move for 4 rounds and get on my toes, and then change game plan and slow it down and work with him and go inside fight him. But I was doing that with my hands down. I had a hard 6th round. I got tagged with a few heavy punches. I've trained hard, and as I say, if you train hard and you're fit, you come through. You come through. And I've always said I'll always have the art of a lion when I have to, when I need to, and in that fight I proved it.
One of the problems there, as I saw it, is that Kev's a bit flashy and a bit cocky. In the ring, he's flashing cocky.
He's a promoter's dream, Steve.
That's the way
He's a promoter's dream, isn't he? Flashing cocky, what more do you want?
When I'm fighting someone, I think when I'm in the ring, I'm actually fine. I've got confidence where I know I've trained so hard, and when I'm in there to do something and someone's in the opposite corner against me, that's when I've got to turn it on, and that's what I just do.
Sorry, Frank was calling you a promoter's dream there.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, Frank was...
he was calling him a promoter's dream.
He was calling him a promoter's dream.
Because he sells tickets, he hits people on the chin, he has bad rounds in the middle because he wears his heart out his sleeve, then he comes back and knocks people out. That is what is a promoter's dream.
And he's from London.
And he's from London.
Even better. That win actually in March strengthened your top 10 ranking, didn't it, in both IBF and WBO?
Yeah.
And so, if you're fighting in America, your opponent's yet to be finalised.
Yeah.
So who would you want to be fighting? Any names
Personally,
throw in the hat?
I'm quite clever. I'm not silly. I know what sort of levels where I'm at. I'm 23. I'd like something along the lines of an ex-world champion.
Because it's a nice name. Yeah.
Someone with a name. Someone's going to push me. Someone that's going to be able to, like, if I'm not on top performance, that's going to beat me. And that if I'm on performance, I can look good against. Someone's going to test me, just someone that keeps me at that high level, really, yeah.
All right, well, Frank, you're the promoter. Who not for this particular one, but who would you be looking for as the promoter for somebody like to fight Kevin?
No, I agree with what Kevin said. Someone that was a name, someone that's sort of just passed their sell-by date, and, someone that the public respects. I mean, because Kevin had such a great fight last time, and such a hard fight, he deserves, I would say, a reasonable fight. One to bring him back in and, you know, not to stretch him the way he was stretched in the last fight.
Yeah, there's plenty of guys out there like that, Frank, plenty of ex-champions, and that works well.
Ex-good Mexican fighters, you know, guys that hang around there.
And Kevin looked great against them.
Yeah, I mean, his style suited, because, I mean, in fairness, no one knows as well. I mean, it was a hard, tough fight, and I know Kevin was fit, and, you know, and that got him through, and he's cornered anyway. But no one knows in a fight like that what it actually takes out of a boxer till he goes back in the ring. So another war for Kevin would not be the ideal fight for him. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to bring back my man with. I'm still trying to find someone.